what are your go-to favourite Denzel moments?
The whole thing.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Because you lock eyes with him all the time.
I just think like we have such different styles of performance that I just loved, you know, it feels like you're in the fight of your life in the most kind of collaborative sense of all time, that you're like doing the same thing, but you're kind of just operating on your own wavelengths, but you're opposite a true great. Just watching him operate on set, watching his level of intensity, watching him just kind of light up and spark and drop out of like these moments. I was just like, this is extraordinary.
I would forget my lines in front of him.
No, you wouldn't.
Would you not?
No, you wouldn't.
Trust me.
Trust me, you wouldn't. No, I think that's what I loved so much about him. It's just the discipline you're meeting. I also just love the fact that his background is totally in theatre, and as is mine, so you have a commonality there for sure.
He's just delighted to be doing stuff like this, isn't he? He's had such a varied career so far, still so young.
Completely, yeah. I mean, Normal People, After Sun, All of Us Strangers, he is on a roll, and I'm very happy for him. But the whole cast, it's incredible. Pedro Pascal is in this movie, who's...
Someone runs into them with their neck.
You run into them.
You run into them.
And knock them both down.
Okay.
I mean, we're doing it most days, aren't we? Yeah.
The physical side of Gladiator in the scenes and stuff. Do you know, is there any talk about things going wrong? You know, because presumably there's quite a lot of stunt action, and was there any talk within your world?
Not that I've heard of. I will say there is one thing that Ridley Scott does that most directors don't do, which he tries to shoot almost everything with a lot of coverage. So we're talking 10 to 12 cameras rolling at once. So you have Pedro Pascal, for example, who plays this Roman general, facing off against Paul Mescal, this gladiator who was general but in a different army. And they just shoot it all in one go. That is such a privilege for these actors, and it's a privilege for us viewers to see it happen.
Scale. Ridley Scott is famous for movies with scale. And movies can be brilliant, and they can be very small scale, but this is a different beast, isn't it?
Completely. And we don't actually see that many swords and sandals epics at all these days. They often cost a lot of money. This one is reportedly worth about $250 million when it comes to its budget. But this one, I think, delivers the goods in a way that, say, Ben-Hur over 10 years ago, yes, there was a remake, did not. So I'm hoping this will herald a few more successful swords and sandals movies.
We've spoken about the fighting and sandals and the clothesline moves, etc. Is there actually a story to engage with? Because with the original Gladiator, you did invest in Russell Crowe and his family.
You really...
emotionally.
Really did. I'm one of those people that has actually visited some of the sets where they shot the film originally. And they go back to Malta and shoot in the same spot where they shot the Colosseum. But yes, there is a plot. Some might say there's almost a bit too much. I think towards the end, so many plot machinations keep zigging and zagging. It's very Machiavellian. There's a lot of story, but I wonder whether people will be as emotionally invested, you're quite right, in the story as much as we were with...
Because you cry in the original.